Hello and welcome to this pit stop for Reworld by Wolfgang, Kramer and Michael Kiesloing, published by eggertspiele. In Reworld, 2 to 4 players are going to competitively be attempting to load up a colonization ship to ship over all these units and then start terraforming a world in order to please the colonization ships which are following with the actual population. The game is played over 2 distinct phases. In the first phase, you're going to be using cards on this station here in order to claim the units and put them onto the rows before in the second phase moving them across to build the planet itself. Now, in order to take units, in the first case, if I choose a unit and there are no cards adjacent to it, I can use any number of card, I can take that unit and I can play at the end of the row of the card I just played. If there's one card adjacent to the unit I want, then I have to play the same number as it, for one example, take it and place it at the end of my row. If there are 2 cards adjacent, I can play a card of both numbers. I can choose which one goes face up, and then again I take that unit and put it over onto my own ship to ship across. Now, if I cannot pay a card of the right number, what I can do is replace it. So in this case, I need a 3 and a 4. I've got the 3, but I don't have the 4. I can replace it with any 2 other cards, put those in there and claim this unit. And again, deciding which one is face up and putting it over into play. Once we've gone through 5 rounds of claiming these, you're going to have a fully loaded ship. We're going to move to the second phase in which we're going to terraform the planet. And there are 4 different types of these units which are going to come over into play. The first one is these Terrabots. Now, Terrabots are associated with one of the rows in here. Now, not necessarily the same as the one they came from. It's dictated by their number. And you need a Terrabot to form a city. This forms City A, which means I can bring this into play, and I have started playing with that. Now I can add units to City A. And the Terrabots come in the 5 different letters of the 5 different types of cities that you can possibly build. Now, you must take the leftmost unit from a row when you're playing. In this case, I could take this shuttle. Shuttles have engines, which means they can power themselves, the same as Terrabots do. But shuttles are special because they can bring the builder units, which you need to expand your cities, and they can bring up to 2 of them at once. So in this case, this shuttle is left. It can come and pick up this builder unit and this builder unit, and they can then all come across. And I can add these builder units to any city at the moment, but there are 5 different types, and you can only have 1 different type in each city. I've then spent that shuttle. There's a second use for shuttles. You can flip them over and they can add to the defense of your terraformed world, and this will help you score points. The last unit that you can come across are satellites, and they have got a dual purpose. Either you can use them to score points and they will have an individual scoring requisite. In this case, I'm going to score 1 point per shield in my defense network. Or I can flip them over and they can again add to the defense network. You're going to carry on going, taking from the end of the row, adding them to your cities as you go, until no one can play any more units. Now, there are 2 types of ship following along with the population. These smaller ships want you to achieve something, and as soon as you've achieved it, they will come and join you and score you points. For example, if I manage to completely empty my row 2, I can jettison units, by the way, that don't fit in. I can claim this one and it's going to score me 5 points immediately. Once everyone's finished, the main colony ship is going to come along, and that population is going to inspect how you've done on each of the 5 possible rows and your defense network. With the person with the most shields scoring 20 points as per the top left, second 10, third 4, and then moving down through rows A to E, scoring fewer points per row, but still able to score, for example, 10 points for having the most in E. If you haven't got any units in a row, that's going to cost you 3 points. And the player who scored the most points after both phases of Reworld is going to win the game. This has been a Game Pit Pit Stop. For more videos like this, please find the Game Pit on YouTube. For more in-depth coverage of gaming, please find the Game Pit podcast. Thank you.